It seems like we have a sequel to Tormented Souls coming out next year, and man, am I excited to play this one. While the first game did have some jank to it, after all, you could definitely tell us more of a budget title and a double experience instead of a AAA one. It was one game I could not put down. So before we dive into the information about the second game, I'm going to say up front, I'm going to be referencing the first game in this video. So if you haven't played the first game and you don't want any spoilers, this is not the video to watch. So with the spoiler out of the way, let's look at the details and information we have for the upcoming sequel. Caroline Walker is back in the sequel to the award-winning survival horror classic. In the wake of the events that took place at Wilburg Hospital, Caroline earns for a normal life. However, fate has other plans, and Caroline's sister Anna falls victim to a mysterious affliction. Conventional remedies prove futile as Anna slips in and out of consciousness, only waking up to cough up icky globs of blood. With nowhere else to turn, Caroline looks to the supernatural and an ancient forbidden ritual. So it would appear that the good ending in the original game is in fact canon, and we actually do save our sister and pull her from the past and into the future. However, with this strange affliction that Anna's having, could that mean that her body's actually having repercussions for existing in a time period where she doesn't actually belong? In fact, in the first game, the first time Caroline travels to the past, she states that she feels like she actually does not belong there and that something is wrong. Maybe Anna is getting this same sensation, and since she's actually living in the future or our present for a much longer period of time than when we travel to the past, that is actually starting to have massive negative effects on her body. Just look what Anna says at the end of the first game. Something strange is happening. I feel like as if I don't belong here. I can't explain it. However, this is just one theory that could be happening in the second game. After all, in the first game, there's a ton of strange and bizarre things happen that we don't fully understand. Not just with time travel, but you also have those mirrors that take you to alternate realities. In fact, the first time you discover the mirror, the thing that jumps out at you is the monster, which is what your sister actually turns into. So maybe she's being ripped apart in multiple realities. Maybe it's the time travel thing. Hopefully they explain this really well in the sequel. After all, I feel like the first game kind of has some plot holes in the overall story. However, let's continue along and see what other information we could explore about Tormented Souls 2. Welcome to Puerto Miller. Puerto Miller is a remote South American community with a disturbing past. Was founded centuries ago by the secretive Esmute tribe, a minor religious order that spurred connection with the outside world. But beneath the town's crumbling facade lies an ancient unspeakable horror. Guide Caroline through the shadowy halls of an infamous monastery and stumble into a nightmarish locations seamlessly from another world. So I wonder if the second game will take place in one location like this monastery, if we'll be able to explore that town a little bit more and actually go to multiple locations in it. I think either way could work as long as they keep that claustrophobic feel throughout the game. But the atmosphere is just part of a good survival horror game. What about the combat and the monsters? Combat: terrifying creatures with makeshift weapons. Face: pulse-pounding combat as you confront different monsters using a wide range of makeshift weapons. Every corner may hide an enemy, so resource management is key to survival. So I think that's pretty cool. The first game really had you relying on kind of unique weapons. After all, the main gun in the game is a nail gun. So hopefully in the sequel, they kind of keep that complete uniqueness to it. As for the creatures, there's not much detail on them yet. However, the first game proved that they could do some pretty terrifying stuff, so I can't wait to see what they have in store for us this time. After all, the original Tormented Souls may have been rough around the edges, but it really was an enjoyable experience and a great throwback to the classic survival horror genre. So I have no doubts that the sequel will be a great contribute to those type of games as well. But I would love to hear what you all think. Are you guys excited for Tormented Souls 2? Do you have any predictions of how the story will play out, or what is actually going on with Anna? And do you think the sequel will also have time travel elements to it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you made it this far and you did enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like. And if you are new, please consider subscribing. As for me, I got a ton of work to do, so I'm gonna get back to the grind, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.